Hello everyone, welcome to iRise online classes. Today I want to discuss about the plane geometry. So this is a plane geometry. Actually there are 5 subtopics in plane geometry. One is lines and angles. Second one is triangles. Third one is quadrilaterals. Fourth one is polygons, and fifth one circles. So these are 5 subtopics in plane geometry. So we discuss all these 5 topics, and nearly 300 questions will be discussed after completion of each topic. And before going to discuss plane geometry, before going to discuss each topic, what is a plane? There are 2 types of surfaces. One is a curved surface. Second one is a plane surface or a flat surface. Generally, flat surfaces are called planes. So the board is a plane. It is a flat surface. Okay. Next, in this topic, there are 4 important terms. One is a point. Second one is a ray. Third one is straight line. And the fourth one is line segment. We use these terms throughout this topic. What is a point? Actually, this is a dimensionless geometrical figure. No dimensions are there for a point, and it is represented as a dot. It is having no length, breadth, and height. And there is one more definition. Consider a circle of some radius r. If you decrease the radius, then it becomes a point. So, a circle having nearly 0 radius. A circle having nearly 0 radius is called a point. Okay, so this is about a point. What is a ray? A ray is the locus of a point which moves only in one direction. The locus is nothing but the path of the points. The locus of a point which moves only in one direction is called a ray. It is having initial point but not a terminal point. Starting point is there. There is no end here. No end. It is passing through B. How to represent a ray AB? This is represented as AB one-sided arrow. AB ray is represented as a one-sided arrow. This is initial point passing through B. Then what is a straight line? It is the locus of a point which moves both in opposite directions. The locus of a point which moves both in opposite directions is called a straight line. It is having no initial point as well as terminal point, no starting point and no ending point. Just passing through A as well as B. How to represent straight line AB? AB line is represented as a double arrow, two-sided arrow. This is a two-sided arrow. Next, what is a line segment? Line segment. The part of a line is called a line segment. Cut these 2 points, then if you draw a line, this is a line segment. It is having initial point as well as terminal point. Both ends are there for a line segment. Starting point and ending point, and also having some fixed length. For example, some 10 centimeters. So this is called a line segment. Part of a line is called a line segment, having initial as well as terminal points. How to represent a line segment AB? AB is represented as line segment AB is represented as AB bar. AB bar. Line segment AB is represented as AB bar. So these are 4 important terms we use in plane geometry. Next, the next term is angle. What is an angle? Angle is nothing but union of two rays. Angle is nothing but union of two rays. Or it is the amount of rotation made by a ray from one position to other position about a fixed point. The amount of rotation made by a ray from one position to other position about a fixed point is called angle. This amount is called angle, generally denoted by theta. The amount of rotation made by a ray from one position to other position about a fixed point is called angle. Then how to measure these angles? We measure the angle in terms of degrees, in terms of radians. We measure the angle in terms of degrees, in terms of radians, and also in terms of grades. Generally we use in trigonometry. Here, what is a degree? If this is a circle, the total angle at the center of the circle, is divided into 360 equal parts. The total angle at the center of the circle is divided into 360 equal parts. Then each part is called 1 degree. The total angle at the center of the circle is divided into 360 equal parts. Then each part is called 1 degree. Therefore, what is complete angle at the center of the circle? One complete angle is equal to 360 degrees. One complete angle is equal to 360 degrees. At the center of the circle, the total angle is 360 degrees. Okay. Next, what is a radian? This is a circle. Consider an arc. This is an arc of a circle. Let r be the radius of the circle. Let r be the radius of the circle. Consider an arc whose length is equal to radius of the circle. If the length of the arc is equal to the radius of the circle, then the angle subtended by this arc at the center is called 1 radian. The angle subtended by an arc at the center of the circle whose length is equal to radius of the circle is called 1 radian. Then what is the total angle in terms of radians at the center of the circle? So if this is r, 1 radian, it makes 1 radian. Then what is the circumference? Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Therefore, complete angle is equal to 2 pi r by r cancel, which is equal to 2 pi radians. The complete angle at the center of the circle is equal to 2 pi radians. So in terms of degrees, we use 1 complete angle is equal to 360 degrees. In radians, 1 complete angle is equal to 2 pi radians. 1 complete angle is equal to 2 pi radians. Then what is the relation between these two? What is the relation between these two? Here 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. Therefore, pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. 90 degrees is equal to pi by 2. 45 degrees is equal to pi by 4. 60 degrees is equal to pi by 3. 30 degrees is equal to pi by 6. So this is conversion from one form to other form. Here, what is 1 radian? 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi. Okay. What is 1 degree in terms of radians? Pi by 180. So, radian in terms of degrees, degrees in terms of radians. Okay. So, this is about angle. Then, how many types of angles are there? Then, how many types of angles are there? Here, there are different types of angles. One is acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, complete angle or total angle. What is an acute angle? If angle between two rays is less than 90 degrees and more than 0 degrees, if theta lies between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, then it is called acute angle. If angle between two rays is more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees, it is called acute angle. What is right angle? If angle between two rays is exactly 90 degrees, then it is called right angle. If angle between two rays is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees, angle between two rays is more than 90 and less than 180 degrees, then it is called obtuse angle. If angle between two rays is exactly 180 degrees, then it is called straight angle. Here the straight angle is nothing but angle at any point on a line is called a straight angle. Angle at any point on line is always 180 degrees, then it is called straight angle. If angle between two rays is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees, angle between two rays is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees, then it is called reflex angle. Complete angle. If ray completes one rotation and coincides with the original position, if ray completes one rotation and coincides with the original position, we say that it is called complete angle. Complete angle is always 360 degrees. These are different types of angles: acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, complete angle or total angle. This is also called total angle. Next, complementary angles. So what are complementary angles? If sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then they are called complementary angles. If one angle is theta, its a complementary angle is 90 minus theta. These two are called complementary angles. Sum of these two is equal to 90 degrees. If sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then they are called complementary angles. One is complementary to the other. What is complementary angle of 30 degrees, which is equal to the complementary angle of 30 degrees is 60 degrees. What is complementary angle of 70 degrees? 20 degrees. What is complementary to itself? 45. For 45, the complementary is also 45 degrees. For example, if there is a question given, if sum of an angle and if a question is given like this, an angle is equal to 3 times its complementary, 3 times its complementary, then what is the angle? An angle is 3 times its complementary, then what is the angle? Here this is theta is equal to, this is 270 degrees minus 3 theta. This is equal to 4 theta is equal to 270 degrees. So theta is equal to 65 degrees. So An angle is 3 times its complementary, then what is the angle? This is nothing but 67.5. One more question. If the difference between an angle and its complementary angle is 20 degrees, what is the angle? The difference between an angle and its complementary angle is 20 degrees, then what is the angle? Here this can be written as 2 theta minus 90 is equal to 20 degrees, 2 theta is equal to 110 degrees, and theta is equal to 55 or 35. If theta is 55, its complementary is 35. If theta is 35, its complementary is 55. So this is about the complementary angles. If sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, they are called complementary angles. Next, supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles? These are called supplementary angles. If sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, they are called supplementary angles. Sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, they are called supplementary angles. What is supplementary angle of 70 degrees? 110 degrees. What is supplementary angle of 150 degrees? 30 degrees. What is supplementary to itself? Nothing but 90 degrees. So we know what are complementary angles, what are supplementary angles. Next, what are conjugate angles? Conjugate angles. If sum of two angles is equal to 360 degrees, if sum of two angles is equal to 360 degrees, they are called conjugate angles. What is conjugate angle of 200 degrees? Conjugate angle of 200 degrees is nothing but 160 degrees. Conjugate angle of 300 degrees is equal to 60 degrees. So these are called conjugate angles. Okay, sum of two angles is equal to 360, they are called conjugate angles. Sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees, they are called supplementary angles. Sum of two angles is equal to 90 degrees, they are called complementary angles. Sum of two angles is equal to 90, they are called complementary angles. Next, adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? Here there are two angles. This is one angle, this is the other angle. If two angles having a common vertex and a common arm, if two angles having a common vertex and a common arm, then we say that they are called adjacent angles. See here, this is an angle theta, let this is an angle alpha, and this is a common side. If two angles having a common side but having different vertices and these two angles on the same side of common side, they are called consecutive angles. Consecutive angles. two angles having different vertices and these two angles on the same side of common side, they are called consecutive angles. This is one angle, this is the other angle, this is common side. Two angles on either side of common side having different vertices, they are called alternate angles. Adjacent angles, consecutive angles, alternate angles. Two angles having a common vertex and common side, they are called adjacent angles. Two angles having different vertices and both are on the same side of common side, they are called consecutive angles. Two angles on either side of common side having different vertices, they are called alternate angles. Next, linear pair of angles. What are linear pair of angles? This is one angle theta, let this is alpha. This is a common vertex. If two angles are adjacent and sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees, theta plus alpha is equal to 180 degrees, then we say that they are called linear pair of angles. Sum of two adjacent angles equal to 180 degrees, they are called linear pair of angles. They form a straight line. These two angles form a straight line. That's why they are called linear pair of angles. Okay. Parallel lines. Parallel lines. What are parallel lines? What are parallel lines? If two lines having no common point, they are called parallel lines. Two lines having no common point, they are called parallel lines. They do not intersect each other. Actually, in three-dimensional geometry, there are some lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting also. But this is a two-dimensional, this is a plane geometry, that's why I want to give, this is the definition. If two lines having no common point, they are called parallel lines. Next, perpendicular lines. If angle between two lines is 90 degrees, this is L, this is M. If the angle between two lines is 90 degrees, they are called perpendicular lines. We say that L is perpendicular to M. In parallel lines condition, L parallel to M. Parallel lines, perpendicular lines. If angle between two lines is 90 degrees, they are called perpendicular lines. Next, intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. If two lines having only one common point, this is L, this is M, this is the common point. If two lines having only one common point, they are called intersecting lines. And this point is called point of intersection. And this point is called point of intersection. At the point of intersection, there are four types of angles. Here, these two angles are called vertically opposite angles. They are always equal. If this is theta, this is also theta. If two lines intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles always equal. Here, if two lines intersect each other, we have two types of angles. One is acute angle, other one is obtuse angle. Generally, if two lines intersect each other, we have acute angle and obtuse angle. If you draw angular bisector of this and also angular bisector of obtuse angle, this is let it be capital L, this is capital M. The acute angled bisector and obtuse angle bisector always perpendicular. Acute angle bisector and obtuse angle bisector at the point of intersection of two lines always perpendicular. What are coincident lines? This is one line, this is the other line. Two lines coincide. They are called coincident lines. And these two lines having infinitely many intersection points. If two lines having only one common point, they are called intersecting lines. If two lines having many intersection points, they are called coincident lines. Okay, they coincide. Next one, concurrent lines. What are concurrent lines? If three are more than three lines passing through same point, if three are more than three lines passing through same point, then they are called concurrent lines. And this point is called point of concurrency. If three or more lines passing through same point, they are called concurrent lines, and this point is called point of concurrency. Next, what is transversal? Transversal. If two lines intersected by one more line, if two lines intersected by one more line at two different points, then it is called transversal. This is called transversal. If two lines intersected by a line at two different points is called a transversal. Transversal gives 8 types of angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. At these two junctions we have 8 types of angles. These 8 angles are divided into different types of angles, different pairs of angles. One is a pair of vertically opposite angles. What are pair of vertically opposite angles? 1, 3 is a pair. 2, 4 is a pair vertically opposite angles. 5 comma 7, 6 comma 8. These are all pairs of vertically opposite angles. Second one, pair of corresponding angles. Pairs of corresponding angles. What are pair of corresponding angles? Here at this junction 1, at this junction 5, these are corresponding angles. Angle 1 comma angle 5, angle 2 comma angle 6, angle 3 comma angle 7, angle 4 comma angle 8. These are corresponding angles. 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8. Number 3, pair of alternate interior angles. Pair of alternate interior angles. These 4 are interior angles. What are alternate interior angles? Already I have discussed previously. Having different vertices on either side of the common side. So 2, 8 are alternate interior angles, 3, 5 are alternate interior angles. 2, 8 is a pair and 3, 5 is a pair. The fourth one is a pair of alternate exterior angles. These 4 are exterior angles. 1, 7 are alternate angles. 4, 6 are alternate angles. They are 1, 7 and 4, 6 are alternate exterior angles. In all these, only vertically opposite angles are equal. These may or may not be equal. Corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles. In this case, may or may not be equal. But there is a condition. If parallel lines intersected by transversal. If parallel lines intersected by transversal, these are L is parallel to M, this is transversal. Here also we have 8 types of angles: angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. In this case, all these pairs are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, alternate interior angles are equal, alternate exterior angles also equal. In this case, all these are equal. If parallel lines intersected by transversal, then number 1, vertically opposite angles are equal. That is, angle 1 is equal to angle 3, angle 2 is equal to angle 4, angle 5 is equal to angle 7, angle 6 is equal to angle 8. Number 2, corresponding angles are equal. In this case, corresponding angles are equal. 1 is equal to 5. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 3 is equal to angle 7, angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Alternate interior angles are equal. These are interior angles, alternate interior angles are equal. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8, angle 3 is equal to angle 5. These two are equal. Alternate exterior angles are equal. These four are exterior angles, alternate exterior angles. These two are equal. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7, angle 4 is equal to angle 6. If parallel lines intersected by transversal, vertically opposite angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, alternate interior angles are equal, alternate exterior angles are equal. And there is a point number 5. Sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is equal to 180 degrees. That is, angle 2 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees, comma, angle 3 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is always 180 degrees. Point number 6. Sum of exterior angles on the same side of transversal is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of exterior angles on the same side of this transversal is equal to 180 degrees. That is, angle 1 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees, comma, angle 4 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. Angle 4 plus angle 7 is 180, angle 1 plus angle 6 is also equal to 180 degrees. So these are the points related to transversal. Okay, parallel lines intersected by transversal. These are all the points, and these points are most important to solve some problems also. Okay, so after that I want to discuss about some problems related to this topic, simple lines and angles. Okay, thank you.